Greetings, dear Geminis. This is Tarot Illumination. Tarot Illumination, I felt compelled to make a new mini playlist, just very, very short, hopefully little videos, about the gateway. Uranus has just moved into Taurus. We're just coming into the uplift energy of the Pisces new moon. And we've already gone into this with the astrodoodles for March. But it's kind of a very important gateway month as far as I'm concerned for the whole year. So I wanted to have a little snapshot. Just imagine you are going on a trip, a big trip, and you're going to new places where you've never been before, like being on a tour with a tour guide, and you're entering some new building, some new land, some new vision, some new place, whatever it is for you. And what is it that you see, like a glimpse, like just blink your eyes, and what is it you're picking up? What scares you? What delights you? I'm referring to you, Gemini, here on your March astrodoodle, but I'm taking a long-term perspective from here as well. So we're talking about the Pisces new moon up here in your place of destiny, and Uranus and Taurus over here in your 12th house of healing, of divinity, and secrets. It can be very difficult to handle the energies here. And I just wanted to see what kind of glimpse we get, and then what we need to allow for, what we need to surrender in order to move on, in order to be liberated, in order to be free, in order to start again in those parts of your life. Okay? Cards are already well shuffled in advance, but I'm going to the last second so that you're a witness. Okay? So bless the cards, bless the deck, bless every single card, bless you, Geminis. This is where Tarot Illumination is broadcasting from right now. Okay? So here's the situation. That's the view. Here's the challenges with this. What is it that freaks you out about the view? And how are we going to handle this? You know, facing into the unknown. Uranus going into a whole new chapter, facing into the unknown. And what's the circumstance like for you? Okay, so you have the Lovers. So my feeling is that you're facing large decisions, looking around you. What on earth are you going to do with your destiny? This new moon thing, where is it taking you? Going into very nebulous places, things that might be very hard for you to define, very hard to understand, very hard to put down on paper. And how you, naturally as a Gemini, have to relate to others in multiple ways, almost in order to get a perspective of one's own self by looking in the mirror, okay? So relationships, even though it's not clearly marked here, well, actually it is, okay? Going forward here, we're looking at the Jupiter and Sagittarius dynamic regarding relationships. I believe that relationships in general will be very significant in terms of how your destiny unfolds and how your self-healing unfolds. What's the situation here? Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, my feeling is that you've got a lot of work ahead of you in terms of shifting and changing and recalibrating your life and what to do and how to do it. And it's worth it. Basically, if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, the Pisces new moon, Uranus and Taurus, this massive new gateway that's opening for all of us, then it's kind of like wasting a massive, it's like wasting a massive gift. And it's what's the point? It's here. You might as well take advantage of all this that's out there for you. So what is the challenge with this? Okay. With the Seven of Swords here, my feeling is the challenge is that you could easily self-sabotage. It would be so easy. Like with that Pisces energy, you know, that's in general quite challenging for you, especially since it's such an angular part of the chart up here. Okay, right over here. So your sense of destiny can be very nebulous, quite hard to define, grab hold of, especially as you have to say goodbye to old ways of being and say hello to new ways of being. So my feeling is that you could be very vulnerable to all the parts of yourself that have not been integrated, that have not been resolved, that have not been clearly defined. in terms of language, comprehension, understanding, written, spoken, listening, what you're hearing, what you're listening. And so that's a problem. So things could, like a sense of static could mount up in the career and destiny section, and that would translate into your 12th house section of lots and lots of little tiny prickly things. I'm saying prickly, or more like annoying things, indefinable elements of self-sabotage that are there. It's just like having an itch or a scratch. You don't know what it is, where it's coming from, why you're sneezing, why you're sniffling, why you have whatever it might be that is just impeding your sense of richness and fullness in terms of destiny and career, and you don't know what it is. And almost like the harder you look to figure it out, the harder it is to define or discover what it is. And so you start looking for almost like excuses or ways to avoid having to evolve, grow, and adapt, because it's too complicated. It's too complicated to go into the 12th house, where it's complicated anyway, and then to discover what has to be discovered in order to heal thyself, in order to grow, evolve, and adapt, and flourish, and blossom. And so by caving into the frustrations and basically going and just wandering around in a state of frustration, it might be an idea to look at the relationships around you, look at the world around you, and figure out exactly what kind of decisions are you making with how you relate to other people and how you allow other people to relate to you, and what feels bad, what feels as though it's not working. And then define that and clarify that, and instead of being infected by it and confused by it and disturbed by all of that stuff. So how do we do that? This is actually, from my perspective, this is actually really challenging. Okay, how do we handle this? Okay, to me it looks fairly simple. With the Queen of Wands energy here, my feeling is that it would be really helpful for you to associate with others, significant others, co-workers, mates, buddies, in some way, shape, or form, like people who inspire you, people who have what you want, someone or something, or a certain people. Like, make a list of people that you truly admire, not just jealousy or want, like I want what they got, but truly admire, truly respect, and figure out why is it that you respect them? Why is it that they trigger this sense of admiration and inspiration in you? And then define that, what it is, and then take those keywords and incorporate that into the new work that you have to do in order to evolve, in order to blossom. Otherwise, you wither away, okay? And we don't want that. So to me, there's a bit of an ego issue here. Well, not ego, it's more like a sense of self, where it's like, it's unsettling. The whole Pisces new moon is so unsettling that it can make you doubt yourself, and self-doubt fosters more fear, and more fear fosters self-doubt. And then you get to a point where you start to realize, oh my God, I'm powerless. I'm completely powerless. There are things above me and beyond me and out there that I can't control and that I don't understand. What is it that I have to release? Where is it? Where and how do I have to surrender in order to evolve and grow and move on? So I'm just going to pull one card for you, okay, Gemini, and I'm just going to hope this helps. Remember, this is all about just a glimpse of being inside the gateway, looking around you, and those very first flutterings and feelings that you get from heading into the unknown, being in a new place. What is that makes you feel anxious and scared? What is it that inspires and excites you? Maybe, like, you know, when kids go to a science museum, or tourists go to a major art gallery in New York or Tokyo or somewhere like that. What is it that lifts you up? You might not put words in it, but it would really help to put words into it, and then go from there and establish and also define, what is it that's freaking you out? What is that scaring you? What is it that you can detect inside of you that would translate as self-sabotage? And you could see, oh my God, I can see so easily and clearly now how I screw myself over. and then admit that, what it is. Put that in words in classic Gemini style, and then be prepared to let go of that. Let's surrender. Surrender the drama, it says. So with the energy of drama, I'm just going to read it first. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve your issues more quickly. So this looks very like jittery energy for me, and it's so easy, especially for Gemini. It would be so easy for you to react and respond to circumstances, people, like being in a soap opera. And that can undermine you, because then you get sucked in by the bait. In other words, if somebody is like freaking out and you respond, well, you don't respond, you react. When you react, there's no consciousness involved. It's just limbic system, animal to animal, action, reaction, action, reaction. When you respond, you're giving yourself chance to bring unconscious things to the surface in order to respond and make conscious decisions. So my feeling is that you're under a lot of pressure to basically go deeper into very awkward, uncomfortable areas where you wouldn't normally want to go, in order to figure out what you have to figure out, in order to evolve and grow and take advantage of this. Take advantage of this so you don't get sucked in by this, and you don't get confused and derailed and undermined and sabotaged by all this stuff, okay? It's so easy to take the bait in situations, but that can be your self-undoing, okay? I'm going to leave it at that, okay, Gemini? I hope this helps a little bit. This is just a little video just to wake people up, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.